they dive back down to the bottom of the car park, they then can just essentially clay pigeon shoot, but in reverse. They just shoot down. They don't actually have to get involved. They don't have to dive. They don't have to nothing. You have that cash out, mind you. Every single vault was played. They didn't really have much success today at all, considering they finished not on the bottom of the leaderboard, mind you, but for...
I am correct in saying, yeah, 2-1 fashion.
Yeah.
So if we do see this go the distance and we get to that third cash out, we may, according to statistics, see 4 Angry Men falter. I don't want that. I want 4 Angry Men, taking account they have a major organization backing these amazing players. I want to see them push forward. I want to see them nail it on its head. It's Hibu. We're talking about one of the greatest Korean teams who are #1, he says. #2 in the Korean National League before the whole roster shakeup.
We'll find out momentarily, or to 4 AM pack it in and drop another moves in chat. We'll find out. I can imagine that was a bit tilting for them, so maybe the circumstances are slightly different. But Hail Mary Nitro goes out. Oh, that's a throwback to my CJ. Sorry, C4 goes out. And ultimately does not connect onto anything at all. Hibu, they just want to play for the poke, but look at the setup here. You've got one below, Busel, sneaking on underneath with the heavy. You've got the gargoyling from 000 as well. He's got eyes on a lot, and with that XP, he can do a lot of damage here. Glitch to drop out one, but that KS does so much damage on the initial altercation that they managed to lock in one, and that is going to be player taken out really quickly. Ghost does, however, manage to trade one back. Nothing from Kiar just yet, who statistically was our highest rated player in the top 16. 000 trying to find one, but hasn't quite connected, and him and Busel will manage to get the tap on the Vault 1. Has the sonar grenade to support as well, and everyone opts to slow things down and go for a full reset. They put player back. They now need to try and get Latte as well. Might opt for a coin.
Hippo's been brilliant at poking and getting huge damage from below. Not a statement you usually hear in the finals, because normally when you've got height, you're beautiful, as Ghost will say thank you very much. I won't mind if I do take an easy pick, and the heavy disappeared, and now you got 2 lights. Yes, easily can get those heals back into play. Yes, you can be nimble, but your brute force is nowhere to be seen. On top of that, Kia also down, and cash out's been put in, so a coin will be utilized here early into these fights.
There's no point holding on to him. Unlike a cash out, you don't really need to have it available for that last moment fight. Yusuf has been punished and has to go in for a revive. Kia taking time on the coin, but does finally get it off. And Hibu have about 5 seconds until they're 3 strong again, so maybe they can find an opener here early if they do their best. But it's actually the opposite. They're going to lose one. 000 also now on the chopping block. He's lost a lot of HP. Busel has managed to rotate, gets the mine off as well, but no one choosing to chase just until now. But they don't find that mine on the roof. They will find 000 downstairs in the church, though, and it's now just a 1v1. Not enough. The charge and slam won't save you there. 4 AM have had a really clean couple of team fights here when they are faced head-to-head against Hibu, and maybe they've shifted their curse hyper in terms of the 3v3 losses. They're staring down the face of a first box win here.
I think this should be a done deal. Keyword should. They've both fights that we've seen against Hibu, it has been with height. 4 Angry Men have had that control. They've been able to dictate where Hibu goes, where they move, and in doing so can then play stall, play denial, and it's been perfect. Now with that final push coming in from Hibu, can they in any way take control? No mesh shield, so no defensive stalls. I don't think it's gonna happen. First cash out, 4 Angry Men, but Proto. Deja vu is such a dangerous thing. Those 3 times they lost, their cash outs in T16, they won first cash box.
They did. They did. And as you highlighted, 4 head-to-heads for them, ultimately only winning 1 and losing 3. They beat Worst Gen. So I apologise earlier, it was not BSC, it was Worst Gen that they beat in the end. And that was the only 2-0 victory that they had. Everything else was either a 2-0 loss or a 2-1 loss, which is struggle street. It is realistically struggle street. But it's not like Hebu are a team that necessarily should be quote-unquote losing to them. Our 4th seed for the top 16 and a higher ranked team in the first cycle. Ultimately, we should be expecting a little bit more from them, but aside from that, they have been struggling just a little bit here against 4am, which is surprising to say the least. Latte finds 1, spots the invis, gets absolutely locks in on the second, Ghost goes down, and 4am have been wiped from the back, 000. Locks in one of his own, but they haven't even tapped it yet, Hyper. It's not going to be enough in terms of time. He's going to start trying to run it over, but you're going to have to wait for it to unlock, mate.
Oh, that's not going to help, because in terms of spawns, now we're starting to see Haibu move towards the A. Naturally, the objective will also move in that direction. Spawns will follow, and guess what? They're going to spawn right in front of that cash box, and it's going to be another head-to-head battle, another vault fight that has to endure before we get a plug that comes through immediately. Haibu having to dip out of the fight as Latte gets dropped all so low. And the same with Kia. A lot of occasions where they're having to get all in their face, and the dip has to come through. Haibu in a great opportunity, down to 1v1 on lights. Who has got the nerve to keep it together? The LH1 missing a few shots that might be critical, as it is an FMG onto 000 to try and keep himself alive as he gargoyles his health back. He's going to get the Pika's advantage. Oh, Proto, this 1v1 might go for a while.
Yeah, gets away with it. Soft reset here for Hebu. They've got the positional advantage. 4am was forced off the bodies. The totems left behind. And ultimately now we look at the positioning. They've actually managed to rotate away, and they're going to get the plug if they choose to put it in here at A. And indeed they will. More in the open compared to C, which will be slightly more difficult. Latte on distance, so that LH1 in the right hands is absolutely dominant at those long-range fights over the 93R. Busel now 1 HP as well, and 4am have got the call. They just want to dive at HLL. You can do that as well. You've got the ability to get in and out quickly, and you might as well do so. Busel's on passive. 000 spotted. Does get 1, but ultimately traded out by player. Busel now has to re-engage or opt to go for a wipe/soft, but they found the totem of his teammate. There's not much he can do other than grab it and run. Does get the COS away, forces that player off him, and points are going to be the next option for them, because they have to do something or they're going to lose out here, Hyper, in very quick fashion. Only a minute really remains for them to do something.
4 Angry Men have been phenomenal this game. Beautiful height positioning. They're forcing Hebu to drop low and play in disadvantaged angles. And even when it came to 1v1s, we thought that it was going to be the fall of 4 Angry Men. But 000, I feel he gargles a little too much. And he doesn't have the weapon that can give him range, can give him mass amount of damage, unless he's up close and personal. But with 30 seconds left on this cash out, pressure mounts up.
We'll find out. It's only 30 left in play. 4am not quite finding one off the COS. Busel doesn't quite connect, but it's all right. His teammate's there to do the job. Player goes down. Kya, the last alive, but this could be a steal. They're not quite close enough. Hyper, that's enough. They've managed to get it. Can they keep it in their arms, though? In the last few seconds, they have to go for a steal. Fire onto deny, and this could be perfect. We're going to extend it. Hebu aren't going to go out without a fight. They want it all, and they're going to walk away with that vault. We go to number 3.
Oh no. I shouldn't have brought up the point. I'm sorry, 4 Angry Men. I've cursed it again.
Yeah, rescind it, buddy. Rescind it.
I rescind it. I rescind it. I promise. There's a rescission somewhere. Insult to injury is not going to be the phase we're using. Hebu will get dropped. 4 Angry Men will win the fight in the end. Hebu just snuck in Once again, we see this brilliant masterclass from this Korean roster. It demonstrated that they could force 4 Angry Men into awkward positions. They could force their 4 Angry Men to retreat away, lick their wounds, and allow enough time for the steal to come through. And I have to, I don't think I saw flames on the point.
Yeah.
That is either the world's best timed barrel, or I'm missing a pyro grenade somewhere amongst the mess.
I believe it was a barrel. I'm not too sure. Usually they spawn down underneath the rotating platform, as well as the surrounding areas. So, oof, yeah, no pyro grenade in the hands of either of the lights. Bucel, I know, is... No, Pyro Mine! What am I saying? I know exactly what it is. It's Bucel's Pyro Mine. He's running Pyro Mine on the heavy. Guys, it's a long day. It's early in England. It is also early here. KS doing some great damage. Hebu looking to lock in. Oh my god! Ghost! Sit down! Hold this for me! Kiar does find one. He manages to get away with it. Bucel last alive now. He wants to hunt the light, but the LH1 just too good, especially at close range. Bucel seems to find himself the last alive in a lot of these situations, Hyper. It's starting to become a habit of his.
It goes to show playstyle. It shows that they're willing to send lights in, get their information, tag them up. The KS, I tried to use it just before we went live. I played it with you, and
yeah, you didn't do very well.
Yeah, I did not do well, because it is a pinpoint weapon. You don't have any scopes, you don't have anything except for your crosshairs. And it is a very precise form of shotgun. If it doesn't land...
That's crazy.
Sorry, I just threw up in my mouth because that was disgusting. But yeah, if you do not hit directly on point, that KS is useless. So you have... I would say it's more skilled than the SA. You can at me on that. Because at least I could run the SA and get kills. KS? No.
Oh, look at this, look at this. Perfect wrap, this is huge, he's found one, Latte doesn't get away with another. Some good damage though on the player, and everyone starts to converge. 000 wants a slice, Bucel's come over, and RPG rings, but it doesn't quite connect. They now have time to go for the steal. They've found one, the revive comes out, there's a gateway available to them, they'll take it. They're looking for high ground, they find one, Latte goes down, it's Kiar, the LH rings out for more, but it's hungry, and he's searching, but no, not a reload for 000. He's forced to push off. He didn't have enough in the magazine to get the job done, and it slows down. No steals. Everyone's trying to hide. Bucel's found, and ultimately 4 AM may be able to clutch this away, leaving Hebu with only one chance off the back, unless they can go crazy in a 2v3.
It's going to be an absolute masterclass if the stall can come through. Oh. It doesn't. 4 Angry Men says, thank you very much. We now have control and the men to back us up. But once again, 000, he plays so much information, and it helps them to get an advantage. Now, Favor goes to Hebu, and they will look to see what else can they do. Have they forced 4 Angry Men away like they did on that first attack, like they did on that previous cash out, but the stall from below has been perfect. The surf has been even better. The surf has allowed the steal to keep going, and thankfully 4 Angry Men able to push in, force them off, and Hebu will have to go and keep Latte alive. Latte keeps it going,
one.
But it doesn't happen.
And that's all she wrote. 4 AM break the curse first head-to-head, and they managed to get their first victory. They didn't drag it out to 4 without a win. They did it in the first.
The last bit's back, and you know, going from the point of getting that revive in, having that stall moment. We know how good he... If they've
they struggle.
I was going to say, if they'd done that, 100% 4 Angry Men would have not gone through.
No, and it was really a huge struggle for them. Maybe not necessarily playing in tandem as much. 000 doing a lot of damage, but Latte just kept getting caught so quick in a lot of those team fights, to the point where